Keep holding us back.
Okay, next week.
Let me just quickly explain. I'm dressed as a pioneer. I have a cell phone. Pioneers did not have cell phones, but we are on such a tight limit that I have to have my cell phone to tell me when to stop talking, because otherwise I'll never stop. Okay, so we're gonna start. Okay, very quickly. The very, very first community up here in northwestern Colorado were the Utes, which are Native American or Indian people, and they have been up here for thousands of years. The Utes are from Colorado and Utah. That's where they lived. There were two, what they call bands, or two groups, or two communities with the Utes. There were the ones up here, which stayed in the Steamboat area, the northern band, and the southern band. The band up here, the group up here, they called themselves Yampa. You guys heard the word Yampa? Yeah. Did anybody go to Yampa camp in the summer? Did you ever wonder, that's a really weird word. How did they get that word? It's from the name of the Utes. It was the band up here. And here's why they call themselves Yampa. Yampa is a plant that grows along the river over there, and they would eat the roots. Yampa is the Ute word for this plant. Tika, or sometimes Rika, is the word for eat. So they call themselves the root eaters, the Yampatikas, right? They were nomadic. It's a really long word. Any idea what nomadic means? Probably not. Nomadic means they didn't live in one place all the time. You guys have a house, an apartment, something that you live in, a condo or whatever. You may travel to Disney World for 2 or 3 weeks, you come back. You may go to grandma's for 3 months, but you always come back. You always come back to this one place. Their home was, in the summer, they lived up here, and in the winter, they moved down here. Because they lived in these weird things called wickiups. A wickiup is like a teepee, except it doesn't have animal skins or canvas around it. It's got brush and leaves and grass and all that stuff. Now, do you want to live in a wickiup in the winter in Steamboat?
No.
Why not?
Because the snow is really heavy and it won't protect them.
Bingo. Do you think if you lived in sticks, it would fall down with 5 feet of snow on it?
Yes.
Exactly. So what they did is they moved down here. So they were up here in the summer because there was lots of things to hunt. Plus they came up for the medicine springs, and then they moved down here. One quick story about the Utes. The Utes have been here for thousands of years, but the horses didn't come to the North America or the United States until the 1600s, way after the Utes. Before they had horses, they used dogs to help them carry things. So they had these big poles connected to the dog, and they would tie it onto the dog, and they would put some of their stuff on it, and the dog would walk next to them, dragging their stuff. Then eventually, the Utes discovered horses. And they were like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest animal ever. I can put lots of my stuff on it. I can ride it. It is great. But I have no idea what it is. They had no word for horse. So the Ute word for horse is ka-va. And ka-va means big dog. Because they were like, well, it must be a big dog because he's carrying our stuff. So they have no idea what it was. So I thought that was kind of funny that they called horses big dogs. So this was the first community in the Steamboat area. Now what I want you to do is stand in little bumps and just swivel around.